called Decoded, Reorganization. Reorganization. Alright, this is straightforward. Um, Most of the people should know that there has been many reorganizations in government. Reorganized, you know what I'm saying? The Republic form of government was reorganized. Reorganization is to take out the original people that was originally there in those lands, the documented nationals, people, sovereign people, aboriginal people who was there in those times, and they're reorganized and put with fictitious misnomers, tags, brands, all of those reorganization tools and analytics to reorganize, reconstruct the chessboard. And this is chess, so you put the good, you put the bad, you put the man against the woman against the man, the dark against the light, the white against the black against the white, the Chinese against the white. All of this stuff is like, it's like a chessboard. You know what I mean? And all of it is about control, power, deceit, resources mainly. Always about resources. It's always about resources. So never forget that any war, anything that ever takes place in the world is about control, land, resources, the conquerage of that genealogy, that lineage, that hereditament, that heirship, that bloodline, okay, that birthright, that national. So I'm gonna just speed up the pace a little bit because I kind of like just be taking my time with a lot of content that I feel like I want to talk about on this channel. You know what I'm saying? And, things that really make a difference and really make sense. Like, even though they're cars or whatever, but I think that they hold a lot of value. I think that as far as what's going on in the cars and what they're showing you. You know what I'm saying? And then, you don't see this every day where you see this stuff play out in front of your eyes. You know what I mean? So, in the end of the day, my goal is to give my critique, to be able to give my honest opinion, to be able to give my judgment, to be able to, give the truth, on what I feel, what I see, what makes sense to me, common sense, the highest form of law in the land, for the common people. All these other statutes, codes, ordinance, and all these other things that's put in place and policies and put in place. There's just too many policies. You don't need no more policies. You know what I mean? We got a lot going on. We trying to figure out a lot. Globally. You know what I'm saying? With humanity. You know what I mean? And this is the reorganization card. You got people that come in and reorganize the playing field, reorganize the chessboard. You know what I'm saying? They take the good elements out and put the bad elements in, like your guns, your drugs, your all the bad things, all the things that people do, just hatred. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's like, they take policies, they get rid of good policies, and they put bad policies. They get, just so much of stuff on top of everything. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, reorganization is never good because it's changing something from original to something that's fictitious and fabricated. You know what I mean? So the government has been reorganized a couple of times. It ain't always been, this ain't always been in this geographical location, Northwest Amexem, which is America. It haven't always been European lineage here. At once this was all indigenous land. You know what I'm saying? All the way up, the whole United States. You know what I'm saying? With all indigenous people. And you can go back and look at the history and read. If you know anything about history, you study history. That was your major in school. You know what I'm saying? Which is an animalistic training, but still. You know what I mean? It's, that was your major to be taught, by the curriculum of the European curriculum. Now it's time for you to learn who you are and what's going on, you know what I mean? And never just take my word for it, never take anybody's word for it. Do your own research, you know what I mean? And that's the best thing that you can ever do for yourself is do your own research. You know, these cards are real deep cards, real intellectual, you know, high intellectual cards because they dictate the events, you know what I'm saying, that's taking place. And you know, it's just crazy, you know. So I wanted to share them, you know, as well, you know what I mean. This is public information, you know what I'm saying. But like I said, I wanted to share them as well. If people may look into these cards and see more than what I see. You know, what do you see for yourself on each and every card? You know what I'm saying? And think to yourself about the events that's happening in the world and the way the world is in 2023, 24, 25, going up until, you know what I'm saying, the future. You know what I mean? But look at the things that's going on around you, you know what I mean? Look at what I talk about on my channel, you know what I'm saying? I talk about a lot of things on my channel, different things. You know, it's not just a one-way track because it's so many things going on in the world, and what's going on with us as a people is broad. You know, on the civic side, on the national side, you know what I mean, on the unity side, the love side, the peace side, the connection, you know what I mean, and then knowing that Noble Drew Ali, you know, brought the Moorish movement, and you know he opened up, you know, the people's minds to their nationality. You know, he opened up people's minds to their you know, their birthrights. He opened people's minds up to studying the playing field, understanding genealogies of people. You know, whether that was European people, whether that was people, you know, from any other geographical location. You know what I mean? We was able to observe those people and study those people and know, you know, where they come from. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about literally where you come from. You know what I'm saying? Where your DNA come from. You know what I mean? That's how microscopic Noble Drew Ali was. You know what I mean? He knew the people and knew where people geographically was actually destined and came out from birthright out of the land. You know what I mean? Until they migrated into different areas. And then you got a lot of the people who are mixtures. But as far as our DNA and who we are and what our DNA is and what blood and the blood and what blood that we have that run through our bloodline, that run through our veins. You know what bloodline are you? You know, what's your bloodline? What's your DNA? What's your nationality? What's your connection? What's your lineage? What's your origins? What's your birthright? Who are your heirs? Who are your estate? You know what I mean? This is what Noble Drew Ali, you know, taught. So don't get it twisted about the cards because I'm sharing the cards. I'm always a Moorish American. First, by blood, by birthright. You know, I don't have to go through an organization to become who I am. You know what I'm saying? And get paperwork to become who I am. I have that, but still, you know what I'm saying? I'm by my blood that's in my veins, and that's where the connection connects. And that's what it's about. And some people don't even worry about those things or think about that or even think that means anything. Look at the British people. Look at the Pope. Look at the people in England. You know what I mean? And the princes and the kings and all of that. Their bloodline is rare. Your bloodline is rare too. You know what I'm saying? The indigenous people bloodline is rare. Their bloodline is even rare than the people from England and France and Dutch and Holland and all of those people. Your bloodline is the rarest on the face of the planet. They ain't gonna tell you that. But like I said, reorganization is to reorganize a whole entire culture of people. You know what I'm saying? For the next person's agenda and the next person's policy. This card has been decoded.